Alright guys, so this is part 2. I hope you guys checked out part 1. I shot part 2 yesterday, and I'm actually going to be going in my way to work as I'm recording this now, and going to be shooting part 3. So I really hope you guys stay tuned. Really appreciate you guys checking it out. It's all about me, and I think I've gotten really positive feedback from the first one. Really appreciate that, guys. Alright, here we go. Check it out.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love, and that's fine.
Alright guys, part 2. Part 2. So just to recap, in part 1 I just kind of was going over my childhood, how I came into reptiles and stuff like that, and really, kind of how I found out about ball pythons basically. So it's now 2015 and I'm married, and I now have my first daughter's born. So she's probably about 6 months old now, and I'm seeing stuff pop up on my Facebook feed and stuff on my YouTube subscription. All the stuff that people are hatching out, all the stuff people are doing, I'm just thinking like, man, I wish I was doing that. And just kind of started thinking to myself that I think I might be in a position to do this now. I'm married, things are more stable. I had a daughter, but she's 6 months. We're not, I'm not struggling to get her formula or anything like that. So went and talked to the wife, and she said, okay, go ahead and do it. And I said, listen, I'm going to regret not doing this, and there's always going to be a reason why not to do it. We could say this and this happened, this and that happened. Oh, it's just not a good time. There's just always a reason why not to. So I just start diving in, doing a lot more research, because times have significantly changed. It's been at least 5 going on 6 years since I had actually originally started researching this stuff. New morphs are out. There's just so many different changes. There's new popular breeders. There's breeders that have gotten out. Breeders that are doing stuff on low key. Lots of different changes and stuff like that. So immediately, my biggest thing that I went to, my biggest resources was Reptile Podcast. And Sean Bradley of EBN, he was starting up one. And I listened to the old Reptile Radio ones. I would listen to Josh Beatty's, Herb Nation Radio, Royally Addicted. Would go on YouTube and listen to Jason Rossi's Herb Hooray. So for me, just sitting and listening in the car was a great source of knowledge. And just I would start, especially with Reptile Radio, where I kind of left off at, all the way up until present time, so I can kind of get a grasp for what was going on, what morphs out there. Obviously hearing about the desert stuff, and then everyone was going for the desert ghost stuff instead of desert, just because of the situation with it. But that's neither here nor there. And then obviously I started emailing Justin Gabelka back from emailing him before, when I originally started everything out. And next thing you know, we're talking about pricing and stuff like that for some snakes that I want. So as I said, I originally, the bumblebee struck me and all that, and back then I really didn't have an idea or a path that I really wanted to go down, what morphs I want to get into and stuff. But then again, I didn't have much time to think about that, because it wasn't going to happen. But as I had this time, I started thinking about this probably September of 15, and I didn't buy anything until 2016, saving up money and stuff like that, really doing some research, rack, space, all that kind of stuff. So I emailed Justin, and next thing you know, I'm buying stuff. But I told you I followed him very closely. I've said it many times on Instagram and stuff, and he's someone that really got me into the pies and the clowns. You know, clowns are definitely my number one favorite thing. And you know, a lot of people say they go for recessive stuff because it holds its value on. That's an added bonus. But to be able to prove out a past head, to me, I think it's just going to be just an awesome experience. You know, even just doing head to head and getting, you know, that visual, I think would just be awesome. So it really just grasped my attention, mainly the recessive side of stuff, lavender albinos, genetic stripe and axanthic, not so much, maybe black axanthic, but I think for the most part, I'm going to stick with clowns as my main, you know, pieds. I'd like to get into ultramel, lavender albinos, maybe even candy, you know, candinos, whatever. Never been a fan of genetic stripes or anything like that, but, you know. So basically, let me say what I bought from Justin. Basically what I bought from Justin was a spot nose het clown female, spot nose yellow belly 50% het clown female, fire yellow belly het pied female, orange dream leopard het pied 50% het clown female, and 2 double het dreamsicle girls. Powerhouse stuff. Very happy with the purchases, and you know, just really, you know, loving stuff, loving what I got. And then the next thing you know, I went and started buying more stuff. I started getting into puzzle stuff. I got a 1.2 of 50% het puzzles from Breeder Circle, and then maybe about 8 months later, I saw a pastel het puzzle for sale from the Florida Reptile Ranch, Mike Friedman, and I picked that up. I figured, you know, getting that male would be a lot easier to prove out those females than the 50% het puzzle male, because he might not be het puzzle at all. And I have a girl that I really feel is going to prove out. She's got crazy busy pattern. A lot of people say that is one of the signs of het puzzle. So I'll obviously definitely find out. And also having that pastel gene in there is really going to help me get ahead of that too. So I'm in the puzzle project too, another recessive project. And I also went into red stripes. You know, Justin had told me about it. I checked them out, and I think they're really cool. I think mixed with the right stuff, they're really cool. You know, I see a lot of pastel red stripes, and you know, I think the pastel takes over too much of it. So I think mixed with the right thing, I think they could be some really cool morphs. So I wound up picking up a low expression red stripe female from someone on Morph Market. When I posted it online, a lot of people gave me a lot of doubts about it, but I'm comparing her to my normals. She looks really different. I've looked at some low expression red stripes. That's what I think she is, but we won't know until we prove her out. So I got a spot nose Mojave male from Tim Bailey at Bailey and Reptiles to you know, kind of escalate that, you know, and you know, with Mojave red stripes, and I never saw a spot nose red stripe before, but you know, I'm sure by the time I get it breeding, it'll already have been done. So you know, that's where I went with that direction. Then I'm at a show, and I picked up a Spark Girl because I wanted to make Pumas. But then I also saw a fire yellow belly red stripe male, and I'm thinking like, well, with this I can produce super red stripes, and I could produce Puma red stripes and fire Puma red stripes. So I'm thinking like, well, you know, that spot nose mom is just going to take a step back, get big, and I'll eventually have something for him. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that project. And that is pretty much it. So I actually picked up a clown male from Kyle Hoffman, and I love this boy. I think he's super reduced. He's super cool. I'm kind of leaning towards that he's possibly a blade clown just because of his pattern. I've had a lot of people tell me they think he is. We'll find out when we breed him. But he is ready to go breeding right now. I'm very excited for him. I really do want to use him for all my clown stock. I want no other male, no other visual clown coming in there. He's going to go to everyone, and any clown females I make, I'm holding back. Might even hold back another clown male. Just kind of depends on really what happens and what I produce. So I'm gonna pull over here because I'm almost back to work. I left the hardware store, you know, for the from the part 1 to part 2. So anyway, I have him. I also picked up a pastel het clown from Chris at Ball Pythons 101. Amazing looking pastels he has. He has a pastel clown male that has been producing a lot of his clown stock, and his pastels are just awesome. She is a beast, and she is just gorgeous. Very happy with her. Can't wait to get her up to size 2 to make some pastel clowns. So that's basically where I'm at with my projects. That's kind of what I have. I'm in the clown project. I'm in the pied project. I still do need a male. I'm in the doublehead dreamsicle project. I need a male for that. Still want to add some more females to the clown project. And I have, you know, the puzzle project too, which I'm really excited about. I think there's still a lot to do with that. You know, hoping to maybe pick up some 100% het girls too eventually. And you know, I'm in the red stripe project. You know, maybe might pick up some you know, some females for that too. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to take that project kind of in some different directions and all that than what other people are doing. And you know, there's some other projects I want to get into. So I think in part 3, that's kind of what I'm going to talk about in part 3. You know, kind of go over my plan for TRreptiles, what it is I hope to produce, the projects I want to get into, and just my overall, you know, just how I want to conduct my business. Because in reality, this is a business, whether it's, you know, a hobby that you're in or not. And I'll kind of get into that a little bit too. So if you stuck around for part 2, I really appreciate it. I think this is kind of cool, a little bit of a different kind of vibe and, you know, video than just, you know, showing you some snakes and doing this and that. It's about me and who I am, and like I said, this is a journey. This is what I'm on. I think it's important. You guys are here for the ride. Follow me on this journey. Come with me. It's going to be a really great time, guys. I have, as I said, went over that list. I have a lot of stuff that I plan on, you know, producing some awesome stuff. I still have stuff I want to add to that. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. Stick around. Stay tuned for part 3.
Everything I used to dream